this is Melissa Hill, and you're listening to Podcast by Mata.
This is Taka Sen, and you're listening to Podcast by Mata.
Hi, this is Melissa Monet, and you're watching to Podcast by Mata.
Hi, this is Callie Klein, and you're listening to the Podcast by Modest.
Hey, it's Jennifer Nguyen, and you're listening to the Podcast by Mata.
Hey, this is Joe Mata with the Podcast by Mata. Hey, I'm here to tell you about some fabulous products from Bad Dragon. Hey, Bad Dragon sells some of the most dynamic designs, but that's just only the beginning of the story. Every Bad Dragon dildo and masturbator is hand-poured and ships here in the United States, with the highest quality U.S.-made platinum cured body self silicones available. Now, to get more information on this stuff, go to bad-dragon.com. That's BAD-dragon.com, BAD-DRAGON.com. And if you place an order from them, make sure you tell them that the Podcast by Mata sent you. Hey, how's everyone doing today? You're listening to the Podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Joe Mata. Hey, it's Wednesday, December 20th. And as always, we're going to try to bring you the very best from the adult industry as well as other industries, sports, social issues, entrepreneurs, and stuff like that. Today's subject, we're going to be discussing the adult industry. Please welcome to the show, Audrey Noir. How we doing?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, and you?
I got a little bit of the flu or bronchitis. Well, no, actually, my throat cleared up when I had some coffee. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Good to hear. Hey, can you let the listeners and your fans know, how did you get into this fun industry of the adult industry?
I kind of fell into it, actually. I started doing, well, there's no way to explain it other than a long-winded way, and that's my way, and that's just to say that I started modeling.
Okay.
Somebody said when I was 19, I was contacted by Ford Modeling Agency.
Okay.
I had been through so much. I had a PTSD, so I never went through with it. And then later on, when I followed up, they said, "You're too short. You're not what we're looking for," and I was already 23. And that's, they try to get girls a little bit younger in the fashion world. And so I'm like, okay, well, I like going to school. I like learning anyway. Mm-hmm. And I was a rehabilitation counselor. Well, at around the age of 26, I started going to San Francisco to Bondage a Go-Go and visiting a boyfriend I had up there.
Okay.
And he took me to the upper floor at the Armory at kink.com. And basically somebody came up to me and they said, "Hey, do you model? Do you want a job?" basically. And I said no. And then later on I was like, yeah, I could totally do girl, because I was just doing fetish modeling.
Okay.
Somebody had reached out and they said, "Why are you not modeling? It doesn't make sense." And one of the first people to reach out to me on Fat Life was Ken Marcus, and he was the Playboy photographer for like 40 years in Penthouse and Hustler and Taboo magazine, which he got me in.
Okay.
I had a layout in that magazine in 2015 before I ever got into porn.
Okay.
So, but then I noticed, I wanted to do, I wanted to make money modeling.
Right.
So I started doing catalog, it's like, here and there, Sex and Metal, magazine and stuff like that.
Right.
But I really wanted to model latex for stockroom. And I noticed that girls porn stars were, the what was in, and they were getting all the fetish jobs. And I was thinking, well, I think it would be really fun to do porn.
Okay.
And so, not knowing, not a clue that my look was like the complete opposite that anyone would ever go for. I'm like, okay, so, this is 2.5 years ago. And I'm going into these agencies and like, well, I need an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And the agency I'm with now, oh my gosh, I am so lucky. I am so fortunate that they took me on now.
Right.
But when I walked in 2.5 years ago with boy short hair, overlapped tooth, gawky, my shoulders sunk in, and I look down at my toes. I'm a very, very timid character. And Mark Schechter, he looked me up and down and he said, well, you're attractive, but I don't know. I don't think right now we could get you any work. And they don't take on girls if they don't think they could get them work. And so, I left really bummed. I went to OC, and Sandy at OC said I wasn't aggressive enough for her. Well, duh. And I'm like, well, geez, these are, and then I only did girl.
Right.
And, Spiegler said, well, if you only do girl, we're, now just, I'm taking on girls who will do everything.
Right.
And so I said, well, I'm not going to just go with some, half-ass agent. And then somebody at Hustler said, how about you go with my friend Shy Love?
Okay.
And basically, she's a smooth talker. She's like this sexuality about her. I had a girl crush on her, basically, and she was able to just she was able to talk. She knew how the right things to say, and I did my part. Basically, long story short, I got extensions, like she said. And she didn't even get me the work to cover the extensions. I self-booked. So I sat on her roster for a year because one of her agents didn't like me. I don't know why. I was always nice to her, but I am different, and people, people just react differently to people who are, I guess, weird, and I'm kind of weird, so you don't necessarily have to do anything to people who are dicks to you. So, anyway, long story short, I started pinup modeling, and then I started getting a little bit of paid gigs here and there, fetish modeling, and then I modeled for Taboo, and then Kink hits me up, and I shoot 2 more scenes for them, and then I kind of fell down the rabbit hole of adults, and so I'm still here, 2 years later, and I'm looking for a little bit of success, and I know a lot of that is, what I put into it, and I would like to, I'm learning every day.
Right.
And some people, sorry.
Oh, no. I was just going to bring up that you have some new DVDs coming out. One called Anal Pervs from the Perv City, and then also you have a scene. And a scene with.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Sure. And you also have a scene with Bam Visions. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about those do projects?
Absolutely, yes. There is a time limit here. Okay, so one I'm not supposed to really talk about yet. I don't. Well, yeah, no, it's been posted on Twitter. The DVD is not out yet, but the box cover art and everything, it's going to be out
Okay.
within, I think,
Well,
a
yeah,
couple of months.
yeah. Well, if
And it's
if
called Anal Perv.
okay, but if you're not supposed to give out too many details, just can you say who you're paired with in the scene?
Yes, yes. Sorry, yeah. Sometimes people need to be like, okay, get to the point. Sorry
Oh no
about that.
no no! It's just
Okay,
it was just that way. I just don't want you to give out details if you're not supposed to. If they if the company doesn't want you to do that, I don't want you to
No,
get in
no,
trouble.
I thought to myself, I thought, well, Meister Claudio, the director, he's brilliant. Uh, oh my God, he's so funny. He's one of my favorite people. Uh, he posted the box cover art, so actually I can talk about it.
Okay.
It is, I don't know when it's coming out, but relatively soon, I would say within, probably the end of next month, maybe, or maybe sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea, but I was paired with Ramon Noir,
Okay.
and he is one sexy SOB, and he knows how to. He really knows how to get inside. Get inside. Pun intended. A little. Inside of the girl's head, and he will talk to her,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like he knows how to make a girl purr, and
Right.
he just talks super dirty to me, slapped my face. He asked me before if spitting on me would, turn me on. I said yes, absolutely. We had wild anal sex, blowjob scene. He very passionate, sweat, beads of sweat, just falling on me, and I'm loving it. I'm like wanting him to choke me until I black out, but I don't know if that would have freaked them out if I would have requested that on set. But basically, it's one of the wildest scenes I've done in the more mainstream end of adults.
Okay.
And
Right.
and it was great. It was a great scene. I had about 4 orgasms, and that's about the hairiest I've been for bush lovers.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there you go. Let's make sure you guys pick up those 2 DVDs, Anal Pervs from Perv City
Bam Vision.
and Bam Vision. You can tell listeners about that one.
The scene's not out yet. It's
Okay.
not on the site, but when it is, you'll find it's a really good scene too.
All right.
And I look quite different. I had lost a lot of weight. I like how I look better in that shoot, but I think the performance is just as good. And it's Mick Blue, and Mick Blue is another terrific performer,
Right.
and he's just. I feel very fortunate. I learn from these performers.
Right. Yeah, Mick's
you learn from them.
Yeah, he's an AVN winner, I believe.
He's a multiple AVN winner,
Right.
and same with his gorgeous wife. Is it Annika or Annika? Albright.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she's great. I hope to do a scene with her one day, but
Right.
Now,
is there anyone in the industry that, like, just name off a couple people that you would like to work with that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Yes. As performers or directors?
Performers?
Oh, performers. Yeah, I haven't worked with Tommy Gunn.
Okay.
And I did a small scene with Tommy Pistol, but it was kind of sprung on me that it was a sex scene. I thought I was an extra. And
Okay.
I don't know, I'd like to work with him again. So I'm going to look at it as, no, I didn't really get to, like, do a real scene with Tommy Pistol. So, I don't know. He's one of those. I love actors. I love people who are down to earth. People who, I mean, he's all of those things, and he lets people know on his social media platforms what he thinks is right, and and what he believes in, and without being an asshole. And I really like the people in the industry who speak out for what's good, and especially following the August Ames tragedy. Um,
Right.
like I want to work with more people who have the mindset that I do, in regards to, because it's like you're having sex with these people, and I
Right.
like that, even if it's as an actor and a performer and a job, it's also like I want to have sex with good people. I don't want to have sex with people who, I mean, I will be grateful for whoever I work with, but
Right.
when it comes to who I want to choose, um, definitely Tommy Pistol, Tommy Gunn. I really, um, Javon Jordan, Isaiah Maxwell. There were so many.
Okay.
I mean, and I am definitely not your run-of-the-mill um, porn girl. So this probably will never happen. But Jenna
Well,
Sativa, I
well, you
mean,
never
she
know.
is a total boss.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
So
So if Tommy or you guys are listening out there, Isaiah, you guys are listening, man. Hook up Audrey, and she wants to do a scene with you. I'm sure it'll be a fabulous scene with you guys.
I'm sure they're going to hear my sexy voice, and they're going to be like, I have our on right now. Yes, let's shoot, shoot with her immediately.
Heck yeah. There you go. There you go. That's the way to think. Now, are there any hobbies or secrets that you have that maybe the fans don't know about?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a movie buff. I like a little bit of trivia. I like comic books. I like Dark Horse comics,
Uh huh.
and Vertigo, and I'm more of a DC than a Marvel fan,
Okay.
I will say. And I hobbies. I love making out with my pug. I
Okay.
don't know if that's a hobby. I used I used to paint
Oh, okay.
and draw, and I just lost that kind of inspiration. So I haven't really been doing that for years now. But that was a hobby.
Okay.
I like to watch films. I like to take notes.
Okay.
Um, and I hope to one day. Uh, I like kind of dipping a little bit into politics,
Okay.
but then it scares me and depresses me.
Yeah, it's that's why I dabble in it on the show a little bit, but I don't really get into it because I mean it's just one of those things where it falls into freedom of speech and all that, and if they want to think that, that's beautiful. I've got my beliefs. That person's got their beliefs, and I'm not gonna bash them for theirs, or hopefully they don't do the other way. It is for me. So I try not to mess with
Yeah,
that subject too much.
that's how I prefer it. I like when people could debate civilly and like adults without name calling
Right.
and being unkind to each other. However, if somebody states something very ignorant, and they don't even, it's not even like factual, then I'll correct them, And then if they come back at me with an insult, kind of underhandedly say, yeah, you must you must have
Right.
you must have slept through history, but I'm not going to say, oh, you're a piece of crap because you're, a Donald Trump supporter, which a lot of Donald Trump supporters like to do. They like to name call and, look who their leader is. It's cultism, and it's really scary times. And no offense to Trump people, but I don't think somebody in office should act the way they act, and I must apologize for my thoughts being scattered.
Right.
I did wake up late this morning.
That's all right.
Joe was nice enough to still do the interview, and I could barely hear you.
I'm sorry.
Have Brent.
Here, let me.
No, it's not you.
Oh, okay.
I have Brent.
Oh, okay.
Anybody listening, please do not get Sprint. I'm stuck in a contract. It's awful phone service. They rob you blind, and it's all. Just go with T-Mobile. Go with anything, not Sprint.
Oh no. Okay. Now, actually, do you date outside the industry, or do you strictly stay within the industry, people?
I don't date within the industry, and I don't know many people in the industry who would want to date somebody who's a Z-list mattress actress, to be honest.
Oh, stop it.
I date a little bit outside the industry, but not much.
Okay.
Right now I'm seeing a Hollywood screenwriter.
Okay.
And
he knows your current profession?
Yes.
And he's okay with
he
that?
He told his dad.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Really big in Hollywood.
All right, that's good.
That he's dating a mattress actress. I'm sorry?
No, I said that's good. There aren't too many people that can separate, the two, and they let the adult industry profession affect their personal relationships, and so.
Yeah, he's very open-minded.
Well, that's good.
And he's super eccentric, super cool.
That's good.
He, well, that could be saved for another show, but there are some questions I did want to answer. The Perth City shoot was more zany and like hardcore gonzo, and just really just dirty and fun and perverse. And then the Bam Visions was a little bit more sensual, but you get a little bit of both out of either one.
Okay.
So,
all right, sounds good. Yeah, those definitely look like two that the fans will definitely enjoy for sure.
I think once they come out, I might have fans.
Oh no, I've seen your Twitter. You got fans. You got you got 17,000 followers. So you're doing something right for sure. Don't worry about that.
Well, there are followers, and then there are people that pay for their porn.
Right. Yeah. We'll get you there. Don't worry. We'll get you there. We'll get you to the place you want to be. Hey, now, wait. Before we close this out, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Yeah. Did you really, really quickly want to ask me a couple of questions about my Dark X debut? Because I know we had discussed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you give us a little info on that?
Yeah. I was incredibly nervous. It was the biggest company I've shot for at that point, other than Hustler.
Right.
And Hustler Magazine, Taboo Magazine, and Hustler. Same thing. It was, not what I was used to. It was very pretty lighting, very glamorous. And then, Ricky Johnson walks on set, and I'm like, holy hell, he's even hotter than in person. Ricky. The one time. What?
I said, yeah, Ricky. He was a former guest on our show. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's very dynamic. I think a dynamic thinker.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks for himself. He's not pompous at all, and he's very intelligent and
Right.
beyond his years, I think, in wisdom. And yeah, he's. I could totally see why he bagged Keisha Gray. I don't know if they're still together. I don't know the politics, but
Right.
he could. Yeah, he's a total. They're both total catches, and yeah,
Right.
I hope to work with her
Yeah,
one
so-
day too.
Yeah, so fans definitely.
Fans,
If you
request me in the scene with either Keisha Gray or Genesis Eva.
Okay. All right, there you go. Yeah, definitely.
I need to do more lesbian. For sure. And I want to work with Ricky Johnson again.
Okay,
I mean,
there you
all
go.
these people. I mean, everyone I've worked with, for the most part, except 2 male performers, I
Right.
would work with again
All right.
and again and again.
All right, guys.
So it was a really good experience. His dick barely fit in me, but he was like, the whole time asking if I was okay.
All right, that's
And,
good. That's good.
And I don't know, like that gentleman, chivalry is not dead, fellows.
Right. Right.
It actually turned me on, and it made me really wet, and it
All
went
right.
on easier, and then we
Good.
just fucked like crazy, and it was a really good scene.
All right. Good to
Anyway,
hear.
so we have 2 minutes, and I'm talking over you, and I feel like I'm really obnoxious.
No, not at all.
Sorry.
Not at all. Hey, that's why we're here for, so you can promote your stuff. That was good that you got that in. But all right, guys. Hey, man. Hey, that's our show for today. I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to thank our guest Audrey Noir for being on, and as always, you are welcome back anytime you like.
Oh, awesome! When these scenes come out, let's do another show.
Yeah, we sure will. Yeah, we sure will, for sure. All right, guys.
All
Hey,
right.
man.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Hey, that was our guest, Audrey Noir. Hey, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm getting ready to record another show here like in 1 minute, so I'm going to cut this short. I want to thank you guys for listening. Hey, follow us on Twitter and all the other social medias, and we'll see you next time. Hey, this is Joe Mata with the Podcast by Mata. Hey, I'm here to tell you about some fabulous products from Bad Dragon. Hey, Bad Dragon sells some of the most dynamic designs, but that's just only the beginning of the story. Every Bad Dragon dildo and masturbator is hand-poured and ships here in the United States, with the highest quality U.S.-made platinum cured body self silicones available. Now, to get more information on this stuff, go to bad-dragon.com. That's bad-dragon.com, bad-dragon.com. And if you place an order from them, make sure you tell them that the podcast by Mata sent you.